Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with the Miserable Liberal and Ron Placone.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hello.
We'll see you October 12th. That's our next live Jimmy Dore Show in Burbank, California. Special guest, Abby Martin. The progressives need to form an organization outside the Democratic Party. And Bernie's not leading that. You guys ready for this? Watch this.
What I also look forward to moving forward is us rallying behind all Democratic nominees, including the governor, to make sure that he wins in November.
She's a Democrat, so she has to tell everybody that Andrew Cuomo is the answer. Do you see what the problem is with progressives trying to take over the Democratic Party? Do you see the problem? A, it's never going to happen, and B, they get co-opted. I don't know. Am I making too much out of this stuff?
That was hard to listen to. I mean, that 10 seconds was hard to hear.
I was hoping that she would push him without giving support.
So this is exactly right, Steph. She got nothing for this. Like Cynthia Nixon, like some people were saying, well, maybe Cynthia Nixon will get Andrew Cuomo to admit or to agree to sign on a single payer if it gets passed, and then she'll endorse him. Or maybe she'll get something, and then nothing. They got nothing from Andrew Cuomo. Nothing. They're just going along. They're falling in line. Andrew Cuomo is what's wrong with this country. And the Democrats are serving him up on a hot platter for us. This isn't intellectually honest. You're just as bad as Republicans when you do this shit. Isn't that the exact? They're just all falling in line. Andrew fucking Cuomo? Alexandria Ocasio Cortez? Are you kidding me? The progressives need to form an organization outside the Democratic Party. And Bernie's not leading that. Andrew Cuomo, what does he think of Ocasio Cortez? And what does he think of progressives?
Mm-hmm.
This is what he thinks. Andrew Cuomo says progressives' waves is not even a ripple. So he's like this to the progressives. And what do the progressives do? Nope. No problem, sir. We will endorse you. That's who Alexandria Ocasio Cortez just endorsed on frickin' television. He didn't endorse you back. He's belittling you. We're going to let Cory Booker pretend he's the people. We're going to let Andrew Cuomo pretend he's the people. He's flipping you off publicly. Flipping you off publicly. And what does she say?
What I also look forward to moving forward is us rallying behind all Democratic nominees, including the governor, to make sure that he wins in November.
I'll be voting Howie Hawkins if I lived in New York. I'd be voting for the Green Party candidate if I lived in New York. Governor discussed his vision of the Democratic Party at a press conference on Friday, calling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's win a fluke. He just called you a fluke and not a real progressive. And you're gonna rally behind him. There is no progressive takeover of the Democratic Party. And when Bernie said he was calling for a revolution, he wasn't being truthful. That was just a gimmick. He's not being truthful. He won't come on this show and talk about it. Bernie won't even come on the show. He'll do any interview with anybody if you said you voted for Hillary. But if you didn't, Bernie won't come near you. That's the opposite of political courage. You know, when he went from filling stadiums, when he decided to back Hillary Clinton, he couldn't fill a gymnasium after that. That's a fact. What do these people think they're doing? They kicked all the progressives off the voting rolls again and manifestly corrupt. How does that help your credibility? How does that help the Democratic Party to endorse someone who's manifestly corrupt as Andrew Cuomo is? And an enemy of the people and progressives. And he just flipped you off publicly. He is Trump. And you can't wait to kiss his ring. Isn't that gross? Steph, what do you think?
I'm horrified by this. And it's like the Democrats are learning nothing. They're pushing us backwards. We're not getting pushed forward. And when I see Alexandria say this, I mean, we were talking about this on Thursday night. Is Cynthia Nixon going to throw her support behind Cuomo?
We were kidding about it.
And we're like, how soon is she going to do this? Little did I know that Ocasio Cortez was going to do this Sunday. It was like they couldn't wait to get her to say this.
That's right. Well, you know how you resist Trump? By voting for the Democrats who are the closest to Trump. We got anybody like Trump? Yeah, we got Andrew Cuomo. Let's all vote for him. That's how you resist. And do you know the DNC, what it really stands for? It stands for Destructive Non-Progressive Conditioning. So I thought Alexandria Ocasio was any blue just won't do. I saw her with Lena Turner just the other day saying any blue just won't do. Well, if fucking Andrew Cuomo isn't any blue just won't do, who are you talking about? Andrew, so any blue just won't do until it has to? Until it has to.
I like the first one better. Any blue just won't do. We got to leave it there.
Instead of supporting Democrats wherever they are, why don't you support progressives wherever they are? That's what we do here. I bet there's a progressive running in the general election in New York for governor. I bet there's a progressive who has a Green New Deal. I bet. I'll be voting Howie Hawkins if I lived in New York. I'd be voting for the Green Party candidate if I lived in New York. God damn. Anyway.
And additionally on this, weren't there also concerns about voter fraud in New York?
Yeah, there's no concerns. I've heard no concerns over it again. Again, the best way to resist Trump and the best way to resist Trump is to blindly support the Democrats most likely to vote with Trump. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but the progressives need to form an organization outside the Democratic Party, and Bernie's not leading that. So we're fucked.